embarrassed that I'm not as cool as my mom. You know what my mom said to me yesterday? She said, "Yas." With an A. Like 7 of them. Yas, honey. She's in her 50s, but she thinks she's in her early 40s because we let her be on social media. She loves Facebook and Twitter. She loves Snapchat. Yeah, she likes to do all the different animal filters on her face. But she doesn't actually do anything with them. She'll just record herself going like this. She loves it. She knows how to do hashtags. She's a few years older than my stepdad, so she thinks she's a cougar. Hashtag cougars be like. Relax, Mom, you're like 5 days older. Hashtag haters gonna hate. She loves social media, but she doesn't quite understand the whole everyone can see it part of the internet. So she's tweeting things like, "Hey, your sister thinks she might be pregnant again. Don't tell anyone." "Hey, did that weird rash go away?" Hashtag gross. "Have you seen Lisa's baby? Yikes." I was visiting my mom and I got sick, so she was taking care of me, right? But my husband was there too, and he wanted to be the one to take care of me, so he was like, "Babe, is there anything I can do for you?" I was like, "Yeah. Can you move out of the way so my mom could get to me faster?" He don't do it right. I tried to give him a chance too. I said, "Okay, babe, can you please make me a Theraflu?" He goes, "Okay, how do I do that?" You get the packet and you give it to my mom. You know what I learned about my husband? Not only is he a pretty face, but 5 years later, he still can't fix nothing around the house. I mean, he thinks he can. He thinks because he changed the batteries in the remote, that means he fixed the TV. That's how he tells that story. I heard him. I mean, he is good at fixing my problems, you know? Like, he always knows how to make me feel better. Like, I travel a lot, so I'm away from my husband, and I miss him, so I'll call him sometimes, and I'll be like, "Babe, I miss you." And immediately, he starts giving me his honey-do list. Do you know what that is? Like, "Honey, did you fill the fridge before you left? Did you pick up my dry cleaning like I asked? Did you ship out that package for me? You didn't forget the tracking number, right? Because last time you forgot the tracking number, I had to reship the whole thing again because he filed a claim against me, so now See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how my husband knows how to fix my problems. Because 5 minutes ago, I missed him.
Now that I'm married, I'm constantly on guard because I'm a jealous woman. I'm not gonna lie, that's the biggest issue he has to deal with. I'm jealous, man. You would think it would chill out when I got married. If you talk to my husband a second too long, I'm like, I don't know what your game is with this flirty line of questioning, but I don't like it. I'll be taking over from now on. And yes, he will have fries. I see you. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. People get intrusive with their questions. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, how tall is your husband?" Husband height. What cologne does he wear? Scent of my husband. His favorite movies are Wedding Video. You can leave now. They don't tell you this, but when you get married to somebody, you marry the entire bibliography of their issues. And you marry their family who gave them those issues. Like his mom never made him clean up his clothes as a kid. Guess whose problem that is now? My husband will leave little piles of clothing on the floor as if he was raptured out of our apartment. I'm like, were you never beaten as a child for this? We were clearly raised differently. I noticed one time he had an argument with his mom in front of me, and I was shocked because I didn't realize you could argue with your parents. Like, Latinos live in fear of our parents well into our early hundreds. Right, like, I'm trying to argue. I love life. He saw how shocked I was. He was like, don't worry, I would never talk to you like that. And I was like, I don't suggest it. You're a sound sleeper. Why do I know this? When you get married, you gotta get used to somebody being in your space all the time. Like when I was single, I woke up alone a lot. Now every time I wake up, I'm like, ah! Oh, it's you. It's like 100 times in a row. And maybe you can get a hobby or something. It'll surprise me once in a while. Everybody wants to give you marriage advice when you get married. Some of it's helpful, most of it's trash. Because they don't know how your relationship works. But everybody wants to guide you. One of my girlfriends told me, if your husband acts up, just withhold sex. And I was like, what did I do? That punishment affects both of us. I don't like your methods. Don't go to sleep angry, that's another one. I go to sleep angry all the time. Because he falls asleep before me and I'm just like, oh, you got nothing to overthink right now? Okay. I had to get used to being responsible to another person too. That was hard, man. When my husband asked me if I paid my credit card bill, I gotta stop myself from being like, none of your business, bro. Because then I remember like, oh yeah, it is his business. And no.
I blame my parents, though. I do. It's their fault. Parents, if you're a parent, it's your fault, okay? All right, first of all, my mom is Irish and my dad is Bolivian. Yeah, of course they're divorced, of course. An Irish and a Bolivian. Come on the outside I look like a white girl. You think I'd be like, hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming, thank you. But on the inside, I'm a Latina. I will pull out a knife in an argument. Wow! Which I have done in the past, I have. But guys get all crazy about that because I'm like, all right, first of all, I'm not gonna really use it, please. It's just for dramatic effect, that's all. Come on, pussy. Oh, but seriously, it's their fault. My parents, I'm sure the doctor was laughing when he was delivering me. I'm sure he's looking at the nurses like, Jesus, an Irish and a Bolivian? Not only will this one be a drunk, but a cokehead. Here you go. Oh, it's a girl, too. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks. I tell you, I love being Latin, though. I do. With Latinos, I know, I hear it. Oh! All up front, all suavemente. It is sexy, right? I love being Latin. When I first moved to Los Angeles, though, I would say, I'm Latin. They go, oh, Mexican? Okay. No, but I do love Mexicans. I understand why California is predominantly the Mexican Latinos. And, you guys, I can't, when they talk, I can't, because my favorite cartoon growing up was Speedy Gonzalez. So that's all I hear when a Mexican talks to me. They're like, andale, andale, arriba, arriba. I'm like, oh my God, come here and kiss that tattoo face. Good. And then I traveled to New York, and it's predominantly Puerto Rican. And I love my Puerto Ricans, but I think they're always, they have a cold all the time. Like, they're always sneezing. Right? Because they don't say, like, hey, or hey, you. They don't say that. They go, Nana, 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 Nana. You're like, bless you. And then in Miami, that's where I'm from. Born and raised in Miami. Yeah. And I have to say Miami, because sometimes people like to go, oh, Florida. Yeah. No, all the old people are up there. This Miami, it's down, it's here, it's like Cuba too. Like that's... My niece and nephew are growing up there and they already sound like Scarface. My nephew came up to me a few Christmases ago and he was like, Oye, Gini. Gini, oye, tell me you love me, baby. Okay, tell me you love me, okay? So I was like, okay, I love you. And he's like, oh, hey, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. He's 5. It's very sexy to be Latin, though. I love the accent alone, isn't it? It is so hot. Now, guys, I understand when men do the accent, sometimes they sound like a matador. They're like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like, I get that. But women, it's sexy, isn't it? Oh, it's so suave. But it is. I teach my white friends the accent. Do you do that? I do it, yeah. Like I say, walk into a bar later on and just be like, I am so thirsty. Watch, all the guys, get her a drink, she's exotic. Oh my God. And if you still don't believe me, go home and dial 611 on your cell phones or call your local cable company. And at first the white girl comes on and she sounds like a cheerleader. She's like, for English, press 1. Or just remain on the line. And then comes the Latin girl. Para español, marque 2. See? Even white dudes are like, I don't speak Spanish, but I am pushing 2.